And there I stood, shivering from the blizzard, on the doorstep of the empty house that I used to call home. The warm, inviting home that I once loved was now a dark, desolate place that I didn't even recognize anymore. But let me take you back to the events that got me to this very moment.
In what would most likely be my deathbed, I held my husband's hand. Outside, it was a beautiful winter day. The white snow looked like clouds had fallen from the sky. My husband looked at me with worry in his blue eyes. He asked if I'd be okay by myself for 5 days while he was at the market retrieving my medicine. While I would miss him dearly, I knew that he had to go. Plus, my family would be looking after me while he was gone. Right before he left, I asked him to find me the reddest rose he could find and bring it back to me. Find me the reddest rose you can find. Promise me, honey. Promise me.
Okay. After 2 days of traveling, I finally made it into town. Shoppers bustled around quickly, buying bread, meat, and other goods. I made my way to the doctor's stand. After a few minutes of searching in his pile of medicine, he handed me a small paper brown bag. As I walked around trying to find the perfect rose that I had promised my wife, I noticed that the sky was turning gray and dark. A blizzard was coming and it wasn't going to be pretty.
Are you filming? As I looked out the window, I could feel the storm coming. I could also feel myself dying. I knew in my heart that I would never receive my red rose. Suddenly, my mother walked into the room. She was carrying a handful of blankets. She said that I was looking pale and lifeless.
You're looking pale and lifeless.
Scene.
By the time I was done shopping, I knew that I wasn't going to make it home anytime soon. I saw a local inn nearby and decided to stay there until the storm passed over. I figured that I would only be there for a few days. Two months later, however, I was still there. So much snow had fallen that I couldn't even go outside without risking getting a frostbite. Winter hit harder than anyone could have ever imagined.
Go to your inn. I realized that my husband wouldn't be home soon. Maybe it was for the best that I wasn't spreading my illness to him. I knew that I had given my illness to my family. My mother kept telling me that my brother and father were just tired and that they didn't want to see me. I could see through her lies. I also knew that she was sick too and just couldn't admit it. She didn't have to. One day, she stopped coming into my bedroom. One day, I fell asleep forever.
Finally, after almost 3 months since I had seen my wife, I was home. I wiggled the doorknob, but it was locked. Rose in hand, I searched for a key in panic. Where is the key? Where's the key? But it was nowhere to be found. My hand was pounding on the door that was standing right between my future and I. But ultimately, in my heart, I knew that my wife had met a tragic fate. Tell her I came, I yelled, that I kept my promise. Though I rode away lonely and sad on my horse, I knew I had peace in my heart knowing that one day I would be reunited with my wife again.
Holding me back. Gravity is holding me back.